We have got ourselves another 3 versus 3 match. I am playing as Shipmaster, and we're going to see how this one plays off. Like, I know there's a situation where I actually don't go Shipmaster, and let's see if this is the game in which that is going to do so. We do have ourselves triple UNSC. I am with a full random team. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I got the banish rate upgrade because you get that extra vision. I love the extra vision. Teleport is also not a bad idea, but it is costing 200 power if you choose to use so. On top of that, capture speeds are now faster for all units, and if you get the second point for that, it just makes vehicle sight higher, and you also get the ability to capture nodes with ghosts. So I'm gonna right away grab this mini base, and we opened up with the supply, well, all supply actually, before we went and got our first generator. And honestly, looking at this build order, I actually like it here. I know it's delaying the power, but you're going to actually be able to get both gens up really fast, and you already get your mini. From here on out, you can start producing other units like ghosts or grunts. And so we're definitely floating a little bit of supply. Where's that generator? There is that generator. And so next question is going to be, is this going to be ghost play? Is this going to be leader play? We are behind in the power game because we didn't get that generator right away. So what are we going to end up building? It does look like we are going to try and prioritize some ghosts. And if we make one more supply pad, which we did, we're going to go ahead and focus on ghost play as a whole. So we have enough to upgrade our generator. And with this generator now upgrading, we're going to start making some ghosts. And we do have some grunts that are going to be taken in the high ground, which is something you always like to see. And looking at this build order so far, it's actually pretty interesting. I actually like this build order as a whole. Sometimes, a lot of times I like to go gen second, but for this map in general, it looks like going triple supply at the beginning and upgrading the first one is the way to go. We do have some scouts on orange, nothing that's too alarming as of right now. But we still got to see what yellow and red are doing. So we're going to go ahead and send a ghost right on over. And their marines are active in the map, yellow's marines, in order to gather resources around the map. And so right now, orange is just going armory, going hero. And so I'm going to go ahead and scout and see what yellow is going to go ahead and do. We're going to put our second point on that banish raid. So now ghosts can go ahead and capture nodes if I want them to. And there we go. So mini base only has a supply pad there. So right now we're still looking pretty good. And there we go. We got ourselves a barracks, an unupgraded generator at that. And there's a sniper right away. We're going to see if we can go ahead and just start working on this sniper before it can be taken out. It does look like he made some hellbringers as well, but there's that grenade ability on the marines. So even though I'm going ghost, this is going to be a little bit troublesome. I definitely need to get the shields because they have gone grenades. And so all I have is one mini base producing ghost. And so now I just gotta make sure I'm not in this awkward situation where I won't be able to defend against what yellow is going, which is a bunch of marines and some hellbringers as well. So we're going to go ahead and grab the second base. We're going to shift our ghosts on over. We got to make sure we don't get blown up by the mines. And unfortunately, we just ran two ghosts straight in there. They are still alive, but they are definitely on its last limbs there. So that's very unfortunate. Yellow is capturing the node on the left-hand side, but we're going to go ahead and focus on these jackrabbits over here because this is a good engagement for us. If we're able to go ahead and take out these jackrabbits, this is one less battle we have to worry about with the enemy when we choose to go ahead and engage yellow. And so yellow is looking to go ahead and start focusing down on my base. They're throwing grenades on it. They're bringing in the mines, which fortunately we do have vision for, but we need to find a way to try and stop this attack from happening on my expansion base. And so the expansion base is still taking a lot of damage, but I'm going to go ahead and keep carrying it through. I want to stop the mines from being blown up on my ghost, but I already lost two from it. So I still have to be incredibly careful. Light blue has shown up with their infantry, which is nice to see, but we're still at a disadvantage as a whole here. Another ghost gets blown up by the mine, and we're trying to hold yellow off over here. More mine drops are coming down, and it does look like it's friendly this time around, which is going to help work on yellow's infantry a little bit further. and this base is on its last legs. It's red. I only have 2 more ghosts here to help try and reinforce. We're going to try and get some rams going, stagger them out. Snipers are coming in by light blue, and it does look like we are going to be able to hold this, which is going to be very nice to see. Now the plus side here is that they were committing so much resources. They committed all their marines, all their hellbringers, leader abilities with mines, and they were not able to take out that base, which is something you want to see. And now that I'm moving over to Tech 2, I can start transitioning over to the next phase of my game, but we will go ahead and make an engineer to go ahead and heal this mini base. And so now we still gotta just be careful though, because we're not out of the woods yet, and it does look like yellow's still trying to do everything they can to streamline reinforcements to keep working on my base. If they get that extra vision, maybe they can drop a leader ability. So I am getting some rams in, so that way I can stop the marines from getting too close, from throwing in grenades. And it does look like we are able to barely hold this off so far. But here's the ODST. We got the Y move being popped by the engineer, and the engineer is going to start trying to heal the base. And we got some sentinel charges by the ODST. All 3 of them get blown up, and the base is still holding just barely because of that Y move of the engineer. And now we just lost that engineer, unfortunately. So they're going back to focusing down on the base. But the second engineer has come down, and this looks like we're going to barely hold off. This base is just doing everything it can. And now a Cyclop has shown up, which is quite the weakness for the ghost, but there's only 1 of them, so fortunately we will be able to take this out. And once again, another close save ends up happening for this base. Back-to-back close saves. So now we got our 2nd gen, our 3rd gen up. We're going raid camp. We're going to go ahead and get stronghold. And now it's going to be interesting. It's interesting that I'm making a raid camp. Am I going to go elite rangers? I don't think I'll go suicide grunts, just because at this time I was not like opened my eyes or clarity with suicide grunts. I think they're amazing against infantry, but I will make the armory the war console so I can start getting my hero out. And it does look like we will be able to heal the base, and light blue has done a magnificent job just taking out center, and red is now being pushed backwards because of it. And with these ghosts, we're going to just keep doing some pressure as a whole and see if we can have opportunities to at least reject the base, which it doesn't look like yellow is trying to grab a base in general. And light blue is making some serious pressure on that side of the map. And so that's going to be my cue to go ahead and shift on over just to see if there's anything that I can do. Here's the foundry, because we are going to need a little bit of anti-air, but we are going to go double raid camp. And we're also going to get a foundry for those reavers. I believe my build order is going to be somewhere going along with elite rangers with reavers. Just given his army comp, I want to try and counter that to the best of my ability. So more elite rangers are coming out. Definitely suicide grunts would have come a long way, but we do have cleansing beam, and with this cleansing beam we're just going to focus down on the nightingales, because those are the biggest problem in the army that I'm going up against. And yes, there is a wolverine that is being drastically weakened, which is very nice to see. But now we're going to go ahead and make this shield generator, so then that way we'll be able to protect ourselves. Our reaver is now being made, and we're still clearing out the mini base. And with this displacement, this is going to help us take either better engagements or take engagements that we want or run away from. So Shipmaster is still being made, and I think Shipmaster is an excellent choice here. The main reason is because of the fact that we have reduced Yellow's army so much that I don't even think they are prepared for Shipmaster, as well for the fact that they don't have an answer for Shipmaster. So there are some reavers, wolverines, that we will have to worry about, but we're going to just continue to slow push this. We have the ghosts that are just going to go ahead and focus and pull the enemy away, so we can go ahead and focus down on our true objective, which is the main base. So Shipmaster is still being upgraded. Only the first upgrade has come in by Shipmaster right now, which is quite unfortunate. But with the additional reinforcements, we do have a 1 hunter, which will help push back some of the wolverines. It does look like we're going to be able to clear this out, and the elite rangers are just going to be in a nice position. But there is an engagement that's going to start happening. We're going to use our Shipmaster to start focusing down on the wolverines. Our reaver is going to be set up. Y move has been popped for the damage reduction, and we're just going to try and get rid of as much units as we can. The reaver is in the smoke screen, which is unfortunate. and it doesn't look like we're actually winning this fight. So we will have to start falling back just a little bit and hope that we don't lose our shipmaster as well in this process. We haven't, which is good news. But right now, they're starting to get a lot more air, and that's something that we are not ready for. So I'm going to go ahead and displace this army. We do have a lot of our population of ghosts just sitting there right now, which is quite unfortunate. But we're going to at least try and focus down on the base. I made some suicide grunts by mistake, but here goes the reavers that I was talking about. And now we're just going to go ahead and think about sacking some of our ghosts. At least that's what I feel like we should do. So we're going to fall back. The ghosts are going to focus down on the mini base. I think we did an alright job trying to just continue to put additional damage, because they're going to at least lose their mini base because of the fact that they're focused on my army over here. And it's not like I feel like I'm in a detrimental spot, though my army is getting destroyed right now. But my second reaver has shown up in the fight, and that's something that can make a good difference. And so now we just have to counter push this, honestly. I think with what we've got, we should be able to. And our ghost is also going to clear out the mini base, like I mentioned before. It was very distracted with my army, and because of that, they're going to end up losing that base. And so I'm still floating a ton of supply. Definitely could have converted that into power, but we're going to go ahead and now use our ghost to shift over, so then we can go ahead and focus down on the base. And it's okay if we start losing them, but definitely would have been better to try keep them alive a little bit more to focus down on the base. And so the reavers are now going to go ahead and move up to get rid of the remainder of the air that we see over here by yellow. And we're going to keep using our shipmaster to get rid of units, and this is what I was talking about. I don't think they had a good response for my shipmaster as a whole for bringing it in so late in the game, because I went with ghost. And so the reavers will continue to take out all these nightingales, because those are units that unfortunately will cause problems. But now that shipmaster's here, shipmaster can go after the cyclops in order to make sure that, hey, anti-vehicle not happening, because that's the only thing that can stop my reavers. But Gosshogs have now shown up, and there you go. Flattened Kitten 31096 said GG and called Red a female dog. So that is not nice for a teammate. I had no idea that this happened in the game, so that's kind of embarrassing. I don't think Yellow has a place to say that because of the fact that I bodied Yellow. So the only reason why I'm making this comment is because I just don't appreciate teammates that team kill like that. Like, it's a team game, all right? If you lose because of a team, not because of one player. And yes, there are players that are better than others or weaker than others, but once again, it's a team game. You have to play with the team mentality, help each other out. And if all the other members happen to be better than your team, then that's just the situation. There's no reason to say those type of comments. So Shipmaster is now level 1, which is very cool to see, but it does look like Shipmaster may get taken out, honestly, but it's still alive, just barely, honestly. I don't even know how, but it is. The anti-air turrets are doing a number on my engineers that have come down, unfortunately, but Shipmaster is still alive, trying to do some damage, nice and cloaked. But this game looks like it is going to end up coming to an end incredibly soon, and we were able to eliminate the remainder of Red's army. So now that there's nothing left for Red, all that's left is for us to just take out the base. So Y-Move will probably get popped for the engineer, and there they have. And Gosshogs are going to focus down on their base. It is a fortified base, so that is unfortunate. And so, yeah, this game is coming to an end. Light Blue did a magnificent job as mid, hopping all over the place, and the assistance that I made at the beginning to focus down on the Jackrabbits on Red did put a number on them. And so that's what I mean by, hey, it's a team game. So Green is also in a very good position to knock out the tanks that are being produced by Orange. But all in all, this game has been coming to an end. Let's enjoy a cleansing beam that's happening on garrisoned infantry. May they rest in peace. The countdown timer has started, mainly because of the fact that they don't want to resign because they want to lose less points for ranked, which is totally justifiable. I used to be like that too, until I realized we've been on season 15 for 2 years and the top of the leaderboard is mainly Smurfs. So I've learned to just enjoy the game and have fun for it. That's the main reason why I play Halo Wars 2. And so, yeah, definitely some improvements could be made here. I could have made a lot more generators with the supplies that I had, grab a second base, get some extra gen because Covey is more power intensive. And so it's a little bit unfortunate that I didn't spend that as well as I would have liked to. But hey, all in all, game's coming to an end. Let's go ahead and check out the stats for this game. And so it's weird too. Yellow was the one that made that insulting comment was a level 99. So it really breaks my heart to see players like that. There's really no need for that, honestly. But maybe I won't even go to the stat screen. There we go. So I dominated the supply and power game. I kept Cutter on one base for the majority of the game. 27 for 57 for me. My teammate went 26 for 59. And Flea Pop went 25 for 52. So when we're all efficient like this, you can't just blame it on one person. And so just remember, have fun out there. And so with that being said, if you enjoyed this, leave a like, a subscribe, or, leave a comment. That was pretty rude what he said, right? But enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one until the next commentary video.